Yes! Perez Hilton here, and what a way to start the week. C-list actress, yes, she's been downgraded after her despicable behavior was exposed in even more detail over the weekend. She and her A-minus list actor husband, Ryan Reynolds, wanted something from the judge today who did not give it to them. As I previously told you, there was a pre-trial hearing today in New York City, and none of these folks were there, but their lawyers were. And the plantation princess and Scarlett Johansson's ex-husband requested through their lawyer that his attorney be gagged, a gag order, silenced, limiting his ability to speak. And the judge said a lot today, including no. However, the judge did issue a warning to Baldoni's attorney as well as Lively's and Reynolds. As I also previously told you, a tentative trial date has been set for March of 2026, but the judge said that that could be moved sooner if the lawyers don't keep all of this out of the press. So we're starting next week? Impossible! Impossible! The judge said this as a threat, but I look at it as a hopeful promise. Judge Lyman said that he would move up the March 26 trial date start if the very high-profile lawsuit, it's been consolidated into one, continues to be litigated in the press. It's gonna be. Does Judge Lyman not check anything? It's all over the press and social media. Hello? Judge Lyman ordered all lawyers involved to adhere to the New York Rules of Professional Conduct. Basically, the New York Rules of Professional Conduct is supposed to stop lawyers from making public comments that have a substantial likelihood of tainting a jury. What? How would the judge decide that? I mean, doesn't any public comment possibly taint the jury? Remember, Lively and her publicist, Leslie Sloan, who is included in the lawsuit that he filed against the somewhat power couple, they were working with the media, and he has receipts. Receipts were included in Baldoni's amended lawsuit against the shampoo company owner and her Canadian husband. Leslie Sloan, we've got the text messages, was planting negative stories about him, was feeding misinformation, was spreading lies about him. Everybody hates him. I'll have the whole cast go on the record. That's not what happened. There was one instance of facts. Oh, we heard that she's, demanding this and demanding that. All true. And she said it wasn't. Thank God for receipts. And just because they've been reminded from obeying the New York Rules of Professional Conduct doesn't mean that both sides can't leak stories to the media. They just won't speak on the record. I'm gonna stay busy. After today's court hearing in New York, Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, said that he, quote, couldn't be more pleased with how the case was handled today. And Friedman said he wants the case to move along quickly. He is down with a quicker, earlier start. Bring it. We don't want to wait till March of 2026. However, their side seems to be happy too. Lawyers for Taylor Swift's bestie and her husband said outside of court today, quote, "We are pleased with the result of today's hearing and eager to move forward immediately with discovery in this case. Pause. Not so eager because, as I told you previously, the Betty Boo's boss is demanding that her deposition not be handled by his lead attorney, Brian Friedman. I've done my research, and that is an outlandish request. The newly minted C-lister cannot request who deposes her. And let me tell y'all, Brian Friedman is my lawyer. He's not giving me jack about this. I've been in many depositions with Brian Friedman. Ooh, I know why she doesn't want to be deposed by him. He's so good and expensive. It's one of the reasons, I'm not even joking. One of the reasons, I wish I was joking right now. One of the reasons I still have to hustle so hard is because I got sued so much in the past by everybody, from paparazzi agencies to Britney Spears record label to Universal Pictures over Jennifer Aniston still to Samantha Ronson, and the list is extensive. I spent, you don't want to know how much, on legal bills. I made Brian Friedman rich. Anyways, back to their statement that their lawyers said outside of court. The court granted our request that all attorneys in the matter actually follow the rule of law and not make any statements that could prejudice a jury. Pause. No, they were requesting a gag order. The judge did not issue a gag order. The judge just issued a reminder of what you should be doing. Okay? Trying to spin, not even, that's a lie. They need new lawyers or not. Keep the ones they have and lose. Her attorneys continue. This case deals with serious allegations of sexual harassment and retaliation. Yeah. And also extortion, which is what she and he did. Extortion. I'm livid. Literally, we spoke about this on my podcast today when I read that she demanded and got from Sony that they remove his director credit, film by Justin Baldoni. I lost it. That is when I said no more. As I told you over the weekend, I shared with you all this quote. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. She is the oppressor. And he. And I denounce them. And shameful on all of the co-stars who continue to remain silent. And shameful on author Colleen Hoover for also continuing to remain silent after publicly, loudly supporting Blake Lively. We now know the truth. He brought all the receipts, all of them. And if you missed it, you can see them all at thelawsuitinfo.com. Back to the statement from their attorneys. Quote, we will hold the defendants accountable, and we are confident that once all the evidence is submitted in this matter, Miss Lively will prevail. No. And in another loss for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, the judge ruled today that she does not get to choose who deposes her. That means that Brian Friedman will be doing the deposition against the Woody Allen apologist. So that was the pretrial hearing today, and I'm sure there will be much more developments tomorrow, even today possibly. Stay tuned for more from me, the queen of all media, the original influencer, 21 years strong, Perez Hilton. Thoughts on everything? Let me know in the comments.